my experience on finding home care for my grandmother. For those who follow me, or if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining today. But if you follow me, you know over the past years, I've been a caregiver for my grandmother. And that she just passed away on October 1st has been really difficult. And so during that time when I was her caregiver, I was inspired to launch our own agency because I knew the kind of care that my Nana needed, the kind of care that was desired, and we weren't really getting it. Like some agency would start off really good, and then their service would go downhill, or a service. We tried multiple companies, agencies. One agency started off really good. No, really bad. Sorry, no, bad. And at that moment, after the initial meeting with the caregiver, I ended the contract. Like because that one meeting let me like it was really clear that they weren't the right agency for me. So those are the things that I want you to be observant as you look for home care for your loved one. So my Nana passed away October 1st. Quick story, she was in rehab to get ready to come back home. And we just knew she had to go in for a procedure that it should have been like maybe a day or two in the hospital. But she didn't leave, right? And we thought that the hospital was doing their job, taking care of her. But it turns out they weren't listening to us. So sometimes we need to be an advocate, not sometimes, for our loved one, because sometimes medical team, they don't listen. But if you're the family, then you know exactly, how you took care of your loved one at home, right? So, be their advocate, because sometimes from my experience, doctors don't want to listen to seniors. They don't, I wouldn't say they don't care. I would say based off our experience, they didn't want to listen to us. I'm like, no, my Nana needs to get some better nutrition. She needs to get her nebulized treatment. She needs to get all the other things. So anyways, we launched this business about a year ago, and we just got our license this year. And we're licensed in the state of Maryland. So my intention is to share our experience on how you can find the best home care agency for your loved one. If you're in Maryland, we can definitely you can inquire to see if it's a good match. But this is really important to me, and it was really evident when she passed on October 1st that is the mission, right? It was really crazy how it happened. My grandma passed away October 1st. We got our license like on my birthday, October 24th. So that's my experience. But you don't have to have the same experience we had. I want yours to be better. So here are some things to look for that when you are, looking for your home care agency. And so basically, home care is when your loved one is home, right? And then they might need some help with daily activities. For example, getting dressed, bathing, preparing their meals, and so forth. So that is what my Nana required in order for her to be home. And I can say the one agency did an amazing job with her, and she was able to be not in the hospital as much as she was before. So it definitely is an investment, but it is worth it if your loved one stays out of the hospital, they're doing well, and things like that. So you want to make sure, one, that the agency is licensed for the state that you currently live in. Like we're in Maryland, we're licensed for Maryland. And then you want to make sure that you're meeting the agency. They come out, they'll do like a consultation where you get to meet with them. You can ask them all the questions, right? For example, the big one for us was like, we had like a lot of call outs, right? So you want to ask them like, what do you do if your staff calls out? How much notice do you give your, do you give the client? So things like that. You also want to ask like, do you always follow the care plan? Because one of the huge concerns that we had was they weren't following the care plan. So make sure that you review your care plan and that you're in agreement with it and that it's up to date and that you can review it at any given time, at any moment. So that is a tip for today. I'll keep it short, but that is my experience with helping my Nana stay home without, having back and forth to the rehab and to the hospital. So I know that she's really proud of us for this opportunity to help other families and do it the right way and provide high quality care, customer service, all of the things. So again, I'll put the information down below. If you live in Maryland, if you're in need of home care, we do service for adults, children, but we specialize in seniors. Okay. All right, guys. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to click the link down below so we can chat offline on how, if you know anyone who may need home care in the state of Maryland. All right, guys.